Chosen one, have you ever felt like your tears were unseen, falling silently into the night with no one to notice? I want to tell you today, God has not only seen them, He has collected every single one. Each tear you've shed carries meaning in heaven. They are not wasted drops of sorrow, but seeds that God will water with His love until they bloom into joy. You may feel hidden in your pain, but heaven has been watching, and a shift is about to happen. The storms you've endured, the heartbreak you've survived, the loneliness you've carried, none of these moments have been ignored. The world may have overlooked your cries, but God has treasured them. He has stored them in His hands as precious offerings because He knows what they cost you. And now, chosen one, He is preparing to transform those tears into a flood of blessings that will wash away your sorrow. This message is not an accident, it's a sign. You didn't stumble upon this by chance. God brought you here because He wants you to know that your story is not over and joy is not far away. The very tears that felt like weakness are being turned into your testimony of strength. The heaviness you carry is about to be lifted, replaced with peace that surpasses understanding. But before we go deeper, I want you to take a step of faith. If these words are reaching your spirit right now, I invite you to do something powerful. Like this video, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and most importantly, comment the number 77 below. That number represents divine completion and spiritual breakthrough. By writing it, you're declaring to the heavens that you believe your tears are turning into joy. This simple act of faith is not just interaction, it's your prophetic agreement with God's promise. Now, chosen one, take a deep breath and open your heart, because what's coming next will reveal how God has been working in the unseen, preparing to turn your darkest nights into mornings filled with unshakable joy. Chosen one, there is something you must know. Not a single tear you've cried has fallen unnoticed. When you wept in silence, when your heart felt crushed under the weight of sorrow, heaven leaned in closer. God's word tells us that He collects every tear in His bottle, recording them in His book. This means your pain is not forgotten, not dismissed, and never ignored. What the world overlooks, your Creator treasures. You may have wondered, why do I cry so much? Why do I feel this deep ache when no one seems to care? The answer is because your spirit is sensitive to the battles of life, and that sensitivity is a sign of your calling. God designed you with a heart that feels deeply because you are chosen. Your tears are not a weakness. They are a holy language, a prayer your lips cannot form but your soul releases. Heaven understands every tear. Think about this. Every tear you shed has been seen by the God who created galaxies. The one who set the stars in place is the same. One who bends down to notice your sorrow. The King of Kings does not dismiss your pain. Instead, He calls it precious. Those tears you thought were wasted are now the very evidence that joy is coming. Because for every tear that falls, there is a promise waiting to be fulfilled. Chosen one, imagine God's hands holding all your tears like a treasure chest filled with diamonds. To Him, they sparkle with value because they represent your faith, your endurance, and your trust even in the middle of pain. Your tears have built an altar in heaven, and soon, they will return to you as answered prayers and overflowing joy. Nothing you have cried has been in vain, so today hold your head high. The same God who counts the stars has counted your tears. He knows every silent prayer hidden behind them, and He is preparing to turn them into songs of rejoicing. What was once sorrow will become your testimony, and the world will see how God never abandoned you for even a moment. Chosen one, the tears you have cried were never meant to be the end of your story. They are part of a divine process. Every sorrow you endured, every night you wept, was preparing the soil of your life for something greater. Just as seeds must be buried in the darkness of the earth before they grow, your tears have watered the ground for a harvest of joy. God has promised that weeping may last through the night, but joy always comes in the morning. Your morning is near. Think of the transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly. It must endure the darkness of the cocoon before it can fly with beauty. Your struggles are the cocoon, and your tears are the silent prayers within it. But God is about to break that cocoon wide open, releasing you into a new season where your spirit will soar. This pain you feel is not the conclusion. It's the preparation for your wings. Chosen one, the very things that broke your heart will become the testimony that strengthens others. What once felt like your deepest wound will shine as your greatest source of wisdom. God wastes nothing. Not your pain, not your waiting, not your tears. He is weaving every piece of sorrow into a story that ends with joy. This is His promise. He transforms mourning into dancing, despair into hope, tears into laughter. When you look back one day, you will see how the nights of sorrow were necessary for the mornings of joy. You will recognize that the tears you thought would drown you actually watered the ground for your blessing. God has always worked in the unseen, and this transformation is already unfolding. The door you thought was closed forever is about to open. The season you thought would never end is about to shift. Chosen one, hold on with faith because God's promise is not delayed. Your transformation is closer than you think. Every tear you've shed has been a step toward joy. Every cry in the night has been a signal to heaven that you are ready. Now the season of sorrow is turning, and the promise of transformation is about to shine in your life like the rising of a new sun. Chosen one, joy is not just an emotion, it is a gift from heaven. Happiness may come and go with circumstances, but true joy flows from God's Spirit, untouched by the storms of life. This kind of joy cannot be bought, earned, or manufactured by the world. It is given freely by your Creator, who delights in seeing His children shine with hope. The tears you've shed have prepared you to receive this deeper gift of joy, one that no one can take away. Worldly happiness fades when conditions change, but divine joy remains even in the middle of challenges. This joy comes from knowing that God is with you, that He holds your future, and that His promises never fail. It's the reason why you can smile even after nights of tears. It's the light that shines within, unshaken by the darkness outside. Joy is not about everything being perfect. It's about knowing you are loved and chosen by the one who is perfect. Chosen one, understand this truth. Your joy is not fragile. It does not depend on people's approval or on life being easy. It comes from God's Spirit living within you, and that Spirit is unshakable. This is why the enemy tries so hard to steal your joy, because it is your strength. When joy fills your heart, fear loses its grip, despair loses its voice, and hope rises like a fire that cannot be put out. When you carry this gift of joy, you also carry God's light into the world. Your smile becomes a testimony. Your peace becomes a message. People who see you will wonder how you still stand after all you've endured. And that is when your life speaks. It was not me, it was God's joy within me. This gift doesn't just transform your heart. It impacts everyone around you, spreading hope and reminding others of His goodness. So, chosen one, cherish this gift. Protect it. Guard your joy the way you would guard a treasure, because it is indeed heavenly treasure. You may have cried in the night, but your joy is being restored as a permanent inheritance. The world may give temporary happiness, but God's joy is eternal, and that joy, once it enters your heart, will overflow like a river that never runs dry. Chosen one, every storm in life eventually passes. The thunder may roar, the winds may shake you, and the rain may drench your soul, but storms are temporary. What follows the storm is God's covenant of hope. The rainbow. That rainbow is more than colors in the sky. It is a reminder that God's promises never fail. Just as He placed the rainbow before Noah as a sign of His covenant, He is placing one before you to show that your season of sorrow is ending. When you were in the middle of your storm, you may have wondered if God was still with you. The darkness tried to convince you that you were abandoned. But chosen one, the truth is, God was in the storm with you the entire time. He sheltered you when you thought you'd be destroyed, and now He is leading you out into the light. The rainbow is His seal that the worst is behind you. Rainbows appear only after the rain, reminding us that tears precede joy. Without the storm, there would be no rainbow. Without the pain, you would not see the promise. Your tears were the rain, but now the colors of God's faithfulness are breaking through. Each hue in the rainbow is like a whisper from heaven. I was with you. I am with you. I will always be with you. Chosen one, this rainbow is not just for today. It is a symbol of your new beginning. God is not only ending your storm, but promising that joy will remain. The rainbow reminds you that His mercy covers you, His love surrounds you, and His peace will follow you. No weapon formed against you can erase this covenant. The same God who brought you through the storm will now cover you with His light. So lift your eyes, chosen one. See the rainbow stretched across your sky, and let hope fill your heart again. The storm has passed. The clouds are clearing, and your joy is rising like the sun. God has turned your tears into a rainbow of promises, a radiant sign that your future will be brighter than your past. The covenant of joy is sealed, and it belongs to you. Chosen one, you have walked through nights of tears, storms of sorrow, and seasons of silence. But today you've been reminded of a greater truth. God has been with you every step. He has seen your tears, heard your prayers, and now He promises joy in return. This is not just encouragement. It is a declaration over your life. The days of mourning are being exchanged for mornings of peace. The weight of sorrow is being replaced by the strength of divine joy. But this message requires a response of faith. If you believe this word is for you, take a simple yet powerful step. Like this video as a sign that you're receiving this promise. Share it with someone who is still in their storm, so they too may see the rainbow of hope. And most importantly, write the number 77 in the comments. That number represents divine completion and the sealing of God's covenant. By declaring it, you're not just typing a number, you are agreeing with heaven that your tears are turning into joy. Chosen one, hear this blessing. May your heart overflow with peace that cannot be shaken. May your tears transform into laughter, your sorrow into singing, and your nights into radiant dawns. May joy become the song of your soul, rising louder than every storm you've faced. You are chosen not for defeat, but for victory. You are chosen not for sorrow, but for joy everlasting. And this joy will be your strength in the days to come. So as you go forward, carry this truth. God is faithful, and He has not forgotten you. Every tear you shed has been transformed into a promise, and every prayer you whispered in pain is now becoming your testimony of joy. Walk boldly into this new season, chosen one, because heaven has declared that your storm is over. Joy is here, and it is yours to keep.